What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego back with some more boxing. Quick video. It looks like Timothy Desert Storm Bradley and Manny Pacquiao. They hit New York. They arrived. They did a press conference in Beverly Hills, so SoCal. Hopped on the plane and arrived in New York. This picture, obviously, that's Manny Pacquiao with Melo. So he's with Carmelo Anthony. He took some time. As you guys know, Pacquiao likes to play basketball himself, and he's an avid basketball fan and likes to play. That's what he said would help him with his leg cramps. So that's what this picture is about. He went to the Knicks game, decided to see like what better thing to do if you're a celebrity than catch a Knicks game if you're in New York. Cotto did it recently and looked pissed off because of Michelle Rodriguez. I'm really excited for this fight. I look forward to some good interviews to hit the net, hit YouTube tomorrow with all the guys and the media coverage that'll be out in New York. And I'm anxious. Both guys are confident. Both guys have had a hell of a battle. I think a lot has changed since their first outing, and the time is right. I'm glad the fight didn't happen immediately, even though Bradley was pushing for it and Pacquiao had other opponents, so it looked like he was looking in other directions. I'm just glad the fight is now happening, and I think both fighters needed to go their separate path before re-meeting again, and the time is now. So April 12th, I'm looking forward to seeing a clear-cut victory for one of the guys, and it should be a good fight. Like I said, both guys seem confident. Bradley has made some bold statements. He said Pacquiao has lost his killer instinct. He doesn't believe he still has it. He said he's an elite world beater, but he doesn't think he has the killer instinct. And Pacquiao was pretty much saying that this time he's going to go in more aggressive. He doesn't have to worry about, well, this is what I'm saying. In my opinion, he doesn't have to be as cautious as he was in the Brandon Rios fight. He chose to just really box, use his speed, use angles, and just really frustrate Brandon Rios in that fight. But it's a different type of fight with Bradley because Bradley doesn't have the type of pop that Brandon Rios did, and Pacquiao was coming off of a knockout loss to Marquez just the fight before Rios, so I think he was treading lightly. He didn't want to go for the kill. He didn't want to necessarily overextend himself and get hurt in that fight or, just do something stupid. But Bradley is a different animal because, again, he doesn't have that punching power. He doesn't have that raw, natural equalizer. I'll change the fight with one punch type power. But where he excels is he's a moving target. He has good movement, and he's a smart fighter with a lot of ring intelligence. So I can't express how much I'm looking forward to this fight. Out of all the fights that they have on the books and scheduled, not like Mikey Garcia and Gamboa's fights that are in talks. I'm talking about out of the concrete fights that I've heard, like Mauricio Herrera, Danny Garcia, Canelo Angulo. This fight, to me, is at the top of the list. And really because it's a fight that means a damn, in my opinion. Not to say none of the other fights mean a damn, but both fighters are coming off wins. Pacquiao against Brandon Rios in a dominant fashion. And people forget, even though Pacquiao fought a guy who stylistically he should beat, Brandon Rios had only taken one loss. He's a game opponent. He has punching power. He's very relentless. He obviously has the fucking man-style chin. And he's always game. He's a warrior. He comes forward and he tries to apply pressure. And if you don't have the stamina or the desire or whatever, Brandon Rios is a guy that can get you out of there just from attrition, just from chopping the tree and grinding you down. So you still got to give Pacquiao credit. I mean, you can't give him the same credit as if he defeated the young, hungry lion like a Keith Thurman or Sean Porter at 147. But you got to give him credit because Brandon Rios, again, he's a tough opponent. And just because he was coming up in weight doesn't mean Pacquiao had to defeat him in that fashion. I mean, I don't give Brandon Rios one round. Even Brandon Rios openly admits he got his ass whooped by Pacquiao. I think he actually said that in a Ellie Seckback video. So you got to give him credit for that type of performance. In both Alvarado fights, there was never a point where any fight with Alvarado, out of both of them, where I would just be like, yeah, I give every single round to Alvarado. It was definitely fought in the trenches. And Brandon Rios excelled in spots, stopped him in the first fight. Even the second fight, he looked like he was on Queer Street, I think, in that second round. So Again, Pacquiao's an elite fighter. Timothy Bradley, I think he's gained a whole hell of a lot of knowledge in his last 3 fights or since Pacquiao part 1. So I'm really anxious to see how he looks. He showed that he's really fluid in his fight with Marquez, and he can be a thinker. He told you he can be a warrior and withstand punishment. He showed you that in the Ruslan Provodnikov fight. So I'm anxious to see what the fuck his game plan is. We know Pacquiao has less to fear in the sense of getting knocked out as opposed to a fighter like Brandon Rios. But hey, it's boxing. Anything can happen. We'll see. I'm just looking forward to a good fight. So both fighters touchdown in New York. Press conference tomorrow. I will give you guys updates if I hear anything. And that's really all I got to say. Pacquiao went to the next game. Bradley's probably resting up in his hotel. And look forward to some good stuff as they promote this fight. Let me know what you guys think of this fight. What is your take on it? Do you live in New York? Are you going to go to the press conference? Leave me a comment. Let me know what you guys think. As always, hate, comment, or subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off.